Alright, hello everyone. I'm here for another video. Today's going to be a little different. Originally, this was going to be more of a Metronette showcase. This is going to be more as a team showcase, specifically for Fog. This team is technically, this quick disclaimer, this team is more meant for next season, because next season buffs are better for this team. But right now, you do get the, a nullify ability with your spirit types, which is pretty good. But like I said, I was originally making this a Metronette showcase, but this is now basically a Fog team, a Fog team I made because Fog got nerfed to the ground with Ursoul, but I have made it work again. I am the Fog man now. So let's get into the team already. We're using Metronette, Plasmoth, Chironix, Ursoul, Loomain, Gargolem, Festifer. Now this is honestly this is more of a mixed team. This is more of like a semi-stall team, but here's the thing. It isn't really as semi-stall as I used it. It's more of like, you want your good pivots and defenses to bring out your both your Ursoul and Metronette to do heavy damage. We are using Soul Burst Metronette. I honestly just wanted to make Metronette work, and I made this Fog team for it because Fog next season is gonna nullify priority instead of abilities. That means you don't have to worry about counterpoise, you don't have to worry about Shadow Sprint, and these things can just do a lot of damage. This thing's also getting Rogue Assault next season, so gloves will actually be viable now, and I've been trying this thing out with gloves, it's been doing good damage. Like, as long as you get the predictions right, as long as you play good with your Ursoul, it's gonna do damage. I even managed to defeat a Dragonime, and literally the things this thing is weak to, with Haro. Here's the sets. We have Metronette. We're using Nimble. Nimble is just for speed control. You could do something like Smart or Brawny if you want to, but Nimble is kind of because we're using this mixed attacker. We'll be using Applied Frustration, so any Baffle users, any Terrifying, Petrifying, Lechant, they're just going to increase their own damage instead, which is really coming in handy. If we get Baffled, we get like a +4, because Baffle works as a 2+2. It does a melee attack lower and a melee range lower. We're using Mind Drain, Rogue Assault, Dark Surge, Power Focus. If you're ever using Soul Burst Metronette, you always have to use Rogue Assault. You can't use Pyranosis. This thing will just get walled by like any melee tank you're getting walled by, and any bug type, because without Rogue Assault, you get very walled. You can even do like predicts with Rogue Assault. Mind Drain, its ability becomes Demanding. Demanding is currently bugged where it doesn't combo with Mind Drain, but after it does, you're gonna heal a lot more. Dark Surge is for stab. You could run Garnigash, because technically Garnigash is 10% more stronger. Power Focus is for setup. You need setup. We'll be using 0 in HP. You want 4 energy for leftovers. We want 96 in attack, just so our Rogue Assaults can hit harder. If you want to, you could put more in attack to just have better Rogue Assaults. But since since 2 of your attacks are ranged, we put everything else there. We have 200 in ranged attack and 200 in speed. It's kind of standard, but this has worked the best for me. You do get walled by Vesperatu now, unfortunately, but still, Vesperatu isn't as common as before. We have Plasmoth. I won't go too deep into the sets, but I do want to go for Metronette and Ursoul. Here's a Plasmoth set I'm using. This is Gleam SA. Gleam Secret Ability. I did recently rally this. We're using Milkshake. This is mainly for when Icicle Traps hurts us. We just pop it back up. Isn't very clever. We have Charge Arc. This is kind of just what we use for Plasmoth. We have 200, 4, 200 in leftovers. Like I said, I'm not going too much except for this one's. Chironix. This is more of a defensive Chironix, because if when you use Chironix as a Fog setter, you want this. You can't really use this as offense anymore. This is meant to pivot out and set up Fog, and let your Fog abusers destroy. We have Fog Scale. Fog Summon, we have Frost Beam, Flash and Flee, Tear Down, Fade Away. Tear Down is for Icicle Traps. We don't have any fire types. And in case of hazards, because we do have this guy Festifer, but this is mainly for a second option. We want hazard removal, or like stopping hazards. Flash and Flee and Fade Away is for pivots in case of something like Lechant tries to come in. These are our stats. This is what I run. Ursoul. We're gonna be using very brawny, clumsy, foolish specialty gloves. Specialty gloves, very brawny, actually can do some really good damage, and once the thing gets Rogue Assault, you can do a lot more. But like again, you do have to predict pretty good with this next season. We're using Steel Trap, Slapdown, Haro, Pet Jab. You can remove you can be like remove Luminami's restrictive shields. Steel Trap can actually do some heavy damage to Wintrix. You actually have a chance to kill Wintrixes. You have Horror. As long as Windchuck takes a little bit of chip, you can actually take it out with Steel Trap. You have Horror for stab and Pep Jab. You will change Rogasol next season. You have 200 in HP. You could run more speed. 12 in energy. That's for 250. Then the rest is in attack because you're just going to blow things up. You do have good range defense, so you can tank a couple range defense based attacks. And then we have Luminami. It's just Luminami. I'm not going to go too deep to it. Gargolem as well. It's Gargolem. I'm not going to go too deep. But these are sets you can use. Also, it doesn't really matter. You can use Clever or Robust if you want to. Festifer. We're using Bronnyver, Clumsy, Clever, Energy Orb is for more Rejuvenates. We're using this thing with Briar Block, Ice Hammer, Rejuvenate, and Saplant. This is mainly to stop Icicle Traps because we need Flash and Fleet immunity for Luminami. Because Luminami can sometimes come into our Ursoul and just try to pivot out if we do go to the wrong move. And here's the stats I'm running for it. 200 HP, 4 energy leftovers, because it's got good energy. 108 in melee defense, and the rest is into range defense. But yeah, let's get into our first battle. Alright, first battle again. Soul, my friend. Let's see what you got this time. Yeah, the horse is here. Let's just an instinct at this point. Let's see. Wabalesk. If you baffle, I could get a boost. And I have Rogue Assault just in case for that thing. I need you for Stratosaur. I need to set up Fog. You don't have any light types, I can Horror through everything. Now the question is, do I let? Oh crap, that's a problem. Because if I don't bring you, I can't stop hazards from setting up. But if I need to bring you for the horse. Yeah, I gotta bring the horse instead. Not this bum using... Farwell, is that Farwell? Is he battling Farwell? Probably makes sense. Garlash, we aren't too worried since we nullify the ability. Like, currently Fog still nullifies it, but next season it will remove all priority, which is a pretty good update. Well, it's a bit of like a nerf and a buff, because at the same time, why did it have to be Fog of all abilities? Mad funny. Oh, your Stallbreaker. We just go Ursoul. Again, like, next season, Ursoul is actually going to be very good under Fog again. Well, a Gloves version, because it's going to get Rogue Assault. And Rogue Assault is just going to do heavy damage now. I'll just blow up to Garlash. Oh. Yeah, here's the thing. Ursoul in its prime was stronger, but like with Rogue Assault, this thing's going to actually hit hard. Let's see. How much would, hold up, blah, 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 blah. Loomain damage calculator. Phage Knot versus... Wait, no, I know this is offensive Phage Knot versus Ursoul with Haro. This is a specialty, What's the specialties? Specialty gloves. Very brawny 200. We ball. I think we could actually survive a hit. It went for the Zip Zap. Thank God. I guess they were expecting like my a light type immunity. Nah, I'm balling. Garlash. Venolin comes out. We do heavy damage to Venolin too. Venolin and how much do we do? Oh my God, Ursoul. Yeah, you just got. I would have actually 2KO'd you anyways. And you should be in range. If I get a high roll, I should just kill you. 3v3, all of Ursoul. The power of my... This is the power of my fog. Let's just go Metronette, honestly. Sure, a snack. We just set up a piece of a power focus now. Metronette can just end this. Please baffle me. Yes! Yes. We got it. We got the baffle. Listen, this team was doing so horrible yesterday. I'm not kidding, cause like I'm faster. You're seeing boots. Okay, we got a ball. It might be boots. If it is boots, Metronette, come on, Metronette, you gotta do something. But honestly, Boots Bronchol still does so much damage. Oh my god, it's Boots. No. Oh, god damn it. I guess we have Karonx then. Unfortunately, again, Metronette got cooked by the Boots Bronchol. Again, like, Boots actually still does good damage. But like, the only thing is you get like more walled by Illuminami. Use light, speak me, flash, really good. Flaming kick. We resist that. Good damage. This might just be a Ursoul sweep. I might just change this video into like, I made Fog work in 2026 or something. We just go for Haro now. This is what happens when you don't have a light type. Do we have enough energy? Well. You don't! You just get crit again. This was a Ursoul sweep. Alright, time for our second battle. I still gonna use... Alright, second battle. Oh crap, Sumo Veto. Let's see, victim, victim, victim. Metronette honestly does, again, Sumo Veto just kinda just destroys. But we do have Karonix. Let's see, in case of, Well, you would be good, but like, I think it's better if I just try to offensively pressure you as much as possible. Oh, hi, Nevermare. Nevermare. We just fade away. And we go Ursoul again, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, we just pep jab here. Oh, Bork. Resilience Bork. That's the craziest stuff I've heard today. We should go Illuminami, really. Okay, why am I finding the weird stuff today? This is my second battle of the day, actually. Still not beating Loomain. You know what a Luminami is, right? Like the most annoying thing in existence. Milkshake? Nope. Yeah, we just Frost Beam again. Yeah, who would have seen that coming? We're a Luminami, you fool! Sorry. I'm like, Luminami is ridiculously annoying. Let's see, wait, who do you have again? You have Nevermare Roar, right? Because like, I was expecting, Oh, hi, Nevermare. I mean, we just go Karonics and we just pivot out. Ursoul Slash. Oh, you crit immediately. Oh, that's probably why he's not using Vine Lash then. We just fade away again. I got Pandemic. Luckily enough, we got damage on Gobademic, which is very important because most of these run Clutch Plushie. Even though Gobademic isn't as common like as it's like back in like the Prime, it still can be annoying. We just Haro here. Does Haro kill? Haro kills. Again, this Ursoul's actually doing so much damage. And if you go into Nevermare, we just swap back out. Oh crap, we got a ball. How much does a Haro do? Damn. Can we live a +1 Akalos? Wait, why did you Ice Hammer? I resist that. I don't know why. What? Okay, this turns out this is just a Ursoul sweep at this point. This is just a roll. Let's see, you're Sumabito, he wants probably counterpoint. We just go for Onyx again. Again, if this was next season, your counterpoise, your counter stance, no, counter stance would be nullified. Even quick. Oh, Fire Slam. Oh, it's Double Strike. Nevermare is still around, so we just have to fade away. Versatize. Ito. That hurts. Do we die? No, we just barely live. Again, this is what originally me trying to make Soulburst Metronette work, but at this point, this is like a fog team working now. Like literally yesterday, this team would not do. I guess the problem was like I didn't put as much offensive pressure, because the Ursoul can still do a lot of pressure. I think maybe next season you could do something like I said, you definitely want to use Rogasol instead. Rogasol does a lot of damage. You could use gloves. You could even do something like, let's see. I think like year 2, season 2, it is Steel Trap is becoming a support move, so you can run something like Shadow Box. We just Haro here. Haro kills. This has literally just become a Ursoul sweep. I mean, if you don't even have a light type. Oh yeah, we also destroy Nevermare. Oh, that's our last loop. Ursoul. My god. I didn't even use Metronette yet. Boost. Alright, we're going against Count Ever, and we're going against Terraclaw and Imperior. Let's see. Why are you using 2 Dark Earth types? You're using 3 Dark types. Luckily, Lunami is slow. We just leave with you. This thing could even have counterpoise. This is like the worst battle for this thing. Let's see. These two do kind of wall you. We do have Plasma for you. What else do we bring? Golem. I think hazards are going to be important for this. They don't have hazard removal. Hazards without a dart are the most important thing here. Claw. Claw. Oh yeah, I nullify your ability actually. Like I said, we just fade away because they could go to Tatab. Okay, yep. Like I said, getting hazards is the most important thing of this battle, because as long as I can chip everything really good, Metronette or Ursoul can just sweep this thing out. I mean, this team out. We just Ice Traps here. Because they have, like, no hazard removal. Because you have no fire type, these are just going to hurt you a lot. Oh, that thing could have Gust, though. Oh, it's poison. Wait, no, this thing doesn't have Gust. It's the other one that has Gust. Oh, you're that kind of shrimp pasta. Here's the question: what move are you gonna use? Because I could just go Luminami and like, I brought Luminami, right? I didn't bring Luminami. We just go Ursoul. Ursoul nullifies your ability, I believe. No, yeah, it just nullifies it, actually. That did hurt a lot, though. Jesus Christ. Terraclaw, Shrimp Pasta, and Post. Yeah, no, we just Haro here. But no matter what comes out, it's gonna take a lot of damage from my hazards. Yep, Ice Traps hurt you. What does Haro do? We go for the kill. And we took Nemesis down. That's one problem down. And your Shrimp Pasta is kind of useless now because the hazards are going to hurt it a lot now. Crocodile comes out, makes sense. We just go into Plasmoth now. Thing could have Tear Down. Oh nope. Immediately speed lower. And we could just Zip Zap here, honestly. You missed. I think Ursoul might be in range now. Ursoul versus Dragonime. Let's just do in Soul Burst Dragonime just in case, because there is a chance it's Soul Burst. We have Haro, we have Steel Trap. Which one would do more damage? Steel Trap would do a lot more damage, honestly. We're very brawny. Gloves. Specialty gloves. Steel Trap. Steel Trap should just kill from here. Here's Ursoul beating both two of its like. Oh right, Fog. Crap. Wait, we just go Plasmoth again. Oh, this thing could have been Vigorous too, actually. There we go, and we have Milkshake. Man, listen, this thing could have actually been Vigorous too. Yeah, we take out Dragonime. That's another threat down. I would have had you, because like, since I'm using Rogosaur, I'm not really gonna damage it as much. So it's better to use Ursoul at its current damage. We Kramas, we send up Fog once more. Yep, hello. Wait, no, we might not nullify the ability because it's technically a different ability. Because with Colossal Traps, Colossal has the one where you have to like any status, but like For Shrimp Pasta, it's specifically poison. Terraclaw comes in. Yeah, we just flash and flee here, honestly. But nullify it. I mean, we do nullify. It's a Slick Shell, which is very good. Hello, Terraclaw. Also, yeah, I forgot to put Dragonime. Wait, no, actually, Metronette can kill this. Drago and weird imp thing. We Soul Burst and we just go for the Rogue Assault immediately. Yeah, this, luckily enough, is one of the only bug types without counterpoise. Alright. There we go. We took out Terraclaw. If Buster comes out, this is probably because it's counterpoise. There's no way this thing isn't counterpoise. In any case, I could just sack off Gargoyle. I think Gargoyle did its job already. Wait, what do you have left? Terraclaw's dead, Shrimpasta's alive, Dragonime is dead, Imperial Weird Thing is dead. It might just be best to sack off Chironix. I don't really need Chironix anymore. And like I said, this thing might go for a counterclose, at least Parasitize. Yep, I went for that. We let you go. And now we bring out the Ursoul. By the way, Haro is my strongest move. So we just go for Haro. And we kill! This is why Ursoul is so good, actually. I remember this thing used to have Shark Claw, but like, this is Ursoul with speed now. The last one was Tatab. This is literally... I'm sorry, Metronette, you didn't get to shine too much in the video, but honestly, this is more over like a fog team. Like, this is a fog team working. Alright. Now, honestly, I think, like, this video started out as a quote-unquote Metronette showcase. It ended up as, like, a full fog team showcase. And technically, both as a Ursoul sweeping. Because, like, Ursoul can do still a lot of damage. Yeah, and, like, Metronette also did good there. It took out the Terraclaw. I think, like I said, this thing does struggle sometimes. This thing definitely struggles with the fact that Imperior is better in every way. I could add Imperior on this team, it would perform more better. Yeah, I think, really, when it comes to Metronette, it needs more tools to different it, because even with Imperior, that thing has stuff like Savage Horn and Vital Jab if it wants to hit Bug. Vital Jab for if it wants to hit Bug types. I think with Metronette just has, like, more reliable Brawler-type move, you know? Because, like, if you're ever going to use Soul Burst Metronette, you always have to use Rogue Assault, because you're going to get walled by bugs. You don't want your only Soul Burst to be walled by something and just be ultimately weak. But yeah, this team is, like I said, this team is mainly for next season, because next season Fog is getting reworked. You don't have to worry about counterpoise. You don't have to worry about Shadow Sprint. You can let your sweepers do its thing. Yeah. Honestly, like I said, I don't really have too much to say, but that actually ended up really good, because Ursoul, as long as it didn't go and counter any light types, it would be able to sweep. And even still, you do have Steel Trap if you want to hit them. You have very good coverage. And you're getting Rogue Assault eventually. I think this thing should get something like 5 Jaws in the future. Because Steel Trap is getting removed. Is getting changed to being a support-based move for, like, doubles now. Which, I honestly have no problem with Ursoul having steel types for light. Because you already have Slapdown. And personally, I think it just needs metal type moves to perform as perfectly as it did. Yeah, that's kind of just my opinion. I don't have too much to say otherwise than Metronette could use some more buffs to make it more better than... Nah, it's not going to happen. It's never going to be better than Imperior. I think the only way you're ever going to use Metronette Phobos, at least next season, is if Imperior does get banned. But that's really just all I have to say. See you all next time. Peace.